Good morning, second graders. Today we are on page 181 of your student journal, and we're on lesson 18. This also happens to be the last lesson of this unit. So we're going to be continuing practicing finding the difference in the sum using our number line as our tool. So today's lesson is going to be the same lesson we've been practicing for the last few days. So our objective today, or our goal is, today I will solve word problems involving length by using number lines. Okay, and we've been looking at our vocabulary and steps. They have not changed, so today we're just going to jump right into our lesson. Okay, my first example today says, at recess, Tanya skipped 42 yards and Amira skipped 13 yards. How many total yards did they skip? So this word total tells me that I'm going to be finding the sum. So I know my problem or my equation is going to be 42 plus 13. Okay, so now that I have my equation, I'm going to draw my number line. And I'm going to start with 42 on this side. That's going to give me room to count on. Now, when I count on, I need to count on 13. Or, because I can decompose 13 into 10 and 3, I could do one big count of 10. I think that would make it a lot easier. So I'm going to do a big count of 10. And when I say 42 and I count 10 on, I get 52, 53, 54, and 55. So I counted on 10, 11, 12, 13, and the number that I end up with is 55. So my answer is 55 total yards. Okay, those big counts of 10 really make it a lot easier. All right, let's look at my next problem. It says, my pet snake. That would never happen to Miss Munoz. There would never be a pet snake in my house. Okay, my pet snake measured 26 inches long last year and 37 inches long this year. How much did my snake grow? So they want to know the difference between last year and this year. So that's going to be a difference problem, which means my larger number goes in front, and then it's my smaller number. Okay, so remember when I find the difference, my strategy is I start at the end with my larger number, and I have to count back to 26. And see how many counts it takes me. Well, I could do a big count of 10 because if I take 10 away from 37, I'm going to end up with 27. So I took one big giant count back, and then I could just take one more little count to get to 26. So I did a count of 10, 11. So my difference is 11. Okay, so let's try some together, boys and girls. Grab your book and your pencil, and we are on page 182. And our first problem says, Ellen is knitting a scarf. When she begins knitting on Saturday, the scarf is 18 centimeters long. By the end of the day, it is 31 centimeters long. How many centimeters of scarf did Ellen knit on Saturday? Okay, so what this is asking us is it's a difference problem because they want to know the difference between the beginning of Saturday and the end of Saturday. So because it's a difference problem, I'm going to put my larger number first and then my smaller number second. Okay, let's set up our number line, and we're going to start at the end, and we are going to see how many counts it takes us to get to 18. Okay, I think we should do some giant counts here. So if I do a giant count back of 10, and I take 10 away from 31, we will get 21. Now if we take another giant count of 10 and I take 10 away from here, I'm gonna get 11. So I'm gonna go too far. So now I think we need to do little counts. Okay, so we can do one little count to 20, 19, oops, and that was kind of far away, 18. So I have 10, 11, 12, 13. It took me a jump of 10 and 3 little jumps, which is 13. So our difference is 13. Okay, let's try another one, boys and girls. I have a 29-inch piece of yarn. I cut an 8-inch piece off. How much yarn did I have left? Okay, so if I think about this problem, how much did I have left? And it was cutting. These words, she cut it, and how much do I have left tell me it's also a subtraction problem. So let's set up our equation. And then let's set up our number line and get ready to count backwards to see how many counts it takes us. So we're at 29 and we need to get all the way to 8. So I think this would be another one where we should do a giant count. If I take 10 back, what do we end up with if we take 10 away from 29? Would we get 19? Could we take another 10 away? If I take 10 away, could we end up at, take another 10 away and we get 9? And then how many counts is it going to take to get to 8? Just one little one. So we did 10, another 10, so 10 and 10 is 20, and then one little count back of 1. So I say our difference is 21. Okay. So boys and girls, today you have page 183 and 184 to try. Okay, 184 doesn't give you a lot of space, so you might need to grab some scratch paper. All right, bye-bye.